Hi everyone, welcome to my first monthly debt tracking. So we start out with the month of July, and on the very top here I have 7 of my credit cards that do have balances. The very first one, I have a Citibank, and this is one where I'm actually currently using, so the balance is going to fluctuate on that one. This next one, I plan on retiring that one. And the Visa, I believe, will probably retire also. The Discover 2 would also be a retire. And the bigger Citibank, probably retire that one. And then the American Express will go back to retirement. And the Discover 1 we will just keep out for future balance transfers. So basically, what I did was I started the balances as of July 1st, or like the American Express that came later on in July, but it was still within the month of July. So these were the balances that were representing on July 1st. And then this was the actual payments due. So like on this Citi one, this payments can be a lot smaller next time because we just did a balance transfer off of that card to the Discover 1. So this is going to be a smaller payment, but for the month of July, that was the payment they required for the minimum. So we did $1,333.74 was the total minimum payment, and the American Express hadn't cycled out yet, so that's why there was no payment listed there, but we still did send them $100 for the month of July. And so the total of interest that got paid on the credit cards was $364.89 for the month of July. And when we went ahead and did a comparison where we started off at the beginning of July to the ending, we did find that we did have $1,219.44 of less of debt. And then I have the student loans and the mortgage are on their own little section. And this is fairly standard on how we'll probably do this one each month. Just have the payment, the interest, and then the balance left. Since there is an escrow amount, I did take that off of where normally I do the $888.01, but $316.13 is actually the loan payment, and that $571.88 is actually escrow. So I did go ahead and take that dollar amount off and put it under an escrow, just so you have an idea of what's happening with that payment. And so now our student loan A is down to $4,300.82. Student loan B is $6,805.79. And the mortgage is $50,072.95. And this is the amount, so they went down for the month of July. So that student loan A went down $47.60. The B went down $73.59. And the mortgage was reduced by $169.59. Another item, still kind of a work in progress, is the lines of credit. I've been thinking about, I could probably make it a little easier by, I decided if you're tracking all the funds that go in and the funds that go out, so this is kind of a work in progress on this section right now, but the line of credit 1 is where it's at for the month of July. So we did reduce that by $55.28. Line of credit 4, since we're actively using it, that made it a tiny bit harder, but I think what I'll do is I'll track it better for August and versus just leaving it to the end of the month. Just track it throughout the month to make it easier. The same with the line of credit 2 and 3. I'll just update it as I go each week, and that'll be easier for the month of August. And then on the monthly items, we just have our typical bills. And this shows the amount that gets paid each, well, I got paid in the month of July on those. And this is also a work in progress too. But I think after I get this first one out, it'll be a little bit easier to do the second one. So basically what I did was I used the line of credit for the electric, the gas, and the car insurance. Those items all came out of the line of credit for. Currently, the water and the trash bill is every other month, so there was no amount due. And then I do have like the Netflix, the YouTube, groceries, the gas for the car do come out of the Citibank card. And I'll probably continue to do it that way, but I'm kind of considering I guess it is easier doing the groceries with the card too, and just zapping the payment right away. And then we did have 4 items that don't typically occur, like there was a dentist for $270, the plumber for $444.02, a vet bill for $70, and then a pet renewal bill for $50. So like this $834.02, that's not typically something you would see every month. So I realized maybe that's kind of part of learning my finances, is just when we have those unexpected items. But then they're not always unexpected, but it's better to find a way to probably plan better for them some. And eventually what I would like is for this to be rotating out of the line of credit for, instead of just going onto a credit card until we're able to have room to deal with it. So with that being said, does anyone have any questions or comments? Let me know if there's like maybe too much information on these sheets, not enough information. Now's the time that it's easier to vamp in a different direction if there's too much information or not enough. Just let me know. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.